Good evening. People living on the streets of Exeter are being asked to help decide how to tackle the growing crisis in the city.
New funding has been given to organisations who plan to set up a homeless charter, setting out the vision for the coming years. And it could mean training and employment for people living on the streets. Sam Blackledge is live for us this evening in Exeter. Sam, at the moment, this sounds like promising news, doesn't it?
Yeah, fantastic news for a city that's been trying to get a handle on its homelessness problem for quite some time. Now, having spent the day here in central Exeter talking to homeless people and those in charge, there's a real feeling that now something needs to change. Now, the official latest figures suggest that rough sleeping is actually down here, but that's really not the impression you get from talking to people on the high street. This is Holly. She's been sleeping on the streets for 3 months. Just a few days ago, she got a nasty reminder of how hard this life can be.
Someone chucked a stone at me and called me a cracker. They didn't know who I was or if that was true. It was just people's assumption. I felt degraded. It's hard enough being in this situation. It was probably the lowest point of my life, sitting down here with a hat, expecting people to give me change.
Holly wants to see a shift in people's attitudes towards homelessness.
I think there needs to be more knowledge, more information given out to the public about homeless, because I think a lot of people just don't have enough information. I think we're all sort of tarnished with the same brush, that we all must have a problem or we must be bad people. I think people just need to be more aware of the reality of why a lot of us here are here and in this situation.
While we're chatting, a passerby stops to hand Holly a cake.
Thank you ever so much, appreciate that. It's nice, obviously, I appreciate the gestures, but I always thought I'd be the type of person to help someone in my situation, not be in it myself.
Well, there's nothing unusual about Holly's story. You don't have to go far in Exeter to find people in a very similar situation. But thanks to new funding, charities like St Petrock's behind me may be able to expand their work. A 3-year project funded with £300,000 from Comic Relief aims to give a voice to those people who feel ignored.
Like every city in the UK, homelessness is on the increase. It's a growing issue and one that needs some new ideas. So we need to hear from the public, from businesses and from groups, what their views are on homelessness. One of the key areas we're really excited about is training for people who've got lived experience of homelessness. In many ways, they're the experts. They know what works and what doesn't. So it's about enabling them to get their voice heard, and they're a really big part of finding the solutions.
The aim is to draw up a homeless charter for the city, a one-page document setting out the vision and values of everyone involved. I asked Holly what she thinks it should focus on.
More shelter, accommodation, just safe places for homeless people to go, so we don't have to sleep in shop doorways, basically. So already some interesting ideas coming through. Now the next step is for those charities and councils, all those organisations to come together and try to formulate that plan. Now some will say, we've heard this all before, nothing ever really changes. But for these people here preparing to spend another night in shop doorways, this is a glimmer of hope that maybe this time someone is listening.
OK, Sam, thank you. Sam Blackledge live in Exeter for us this evening.